Today I'm going to do a quick walkthrough through the portal on how to activate and create new brands and campaigns for the campaign registry on 10DLC that's been launched. So I'm going to just get right to it, show you guys how to do this. It's pretty quick. I'll touch on a few points to help you make sure you're getting verified in this process. A couple of tips. But in the dashboard, you'll have this button over here where you just click Add New. And this is where we're going to create a brand. I will say on this page, this is where we want to be really accurate. We need to make sure that you are putting your legal company name that matches your EIN or tax ID along with your corporate address. So these are the things that they check when they're trying to verify a brand when creating the brand. So if you're unsure what that is, some of the ways you can look at that is, log into the IRS or go to your Secretary of State and look at how you filed, what address you used, what was the legal entity name. You're going to want to use that. Now, I apologize. Some of this is going to be blurred out as it is. I'm using real tax ID numbers and just want to protect what some of that is. So now that I've gone through that, I just simply filled out the information that was there asking me for, what it was asking me for there on that page. We have a little bit of information about each one of these categories. So depending on your history with messaging, you may be picking one of these here. I'm going to click Next. It's going to ask me for some information. And I'm going to agree to this. It may take a couple seconds, but here you go. Successfully registered my brand. As you can see, by putting in the correct information, and so now I can go in and create campaigns based off of this being a verified account. In the future, if you're looking at getting more pass-through, you're not happy with the pass-through you're getting, and we'll see that when we create the campaign, you can go through the vetting process. There is a fee for this, but it can increase your throughput based on your campaign. So I will go in here, and at the top here, since I'm already in this brand, I'm just going to create a campaign from that brand. It'll populate up here in the brand name. We'll put this in as we'll go in here to a marketing campaign. This is going to let me know what my texts per minute are, also what brand tier I'm in. AT&T does this on text per minute. T-Mobile has a brand tier. So right here I have 60 texts per minute, and then I believe this is about 3,000 per day on the T-Mobile side. So I will click Next. Here's where I'll create the campaign underneath that brand. For this, I'll just call it something simple. So there I've provided a sample message, and it's going to ask me which one of these campaign and content attributes I have. I'm not going to be number pulling, but if you're doing campaigns that have more than 49 numbers, that affects you when it comes to T-Mobile. So if that's something you need to do, it's a special business case. Right now it's free. They're going to be charging for that with a pretty hefty fee here in the future. Once they make an announcement, they'll give us a notice. But as for right now, I'm not going to be adding any numbers for number pulling here, so I'm going to leave that off. I will be, doing a help and an opt-in, opt-out for this as well. I won't be providing any embedded links or phone numbers, so I'm going to keep this as is. An important thing to remember is if you are representing multiple brands and you're setting yourself up as a reseller, again, what they're looking for here with the registry and what the mobile operators want to see is who is sending the message. So if you aren't the one that's being perceived as sending the message, if your client's the one being perceived, so if you had, let's say, Nike as a customer, it's not your company that the consumer thinks is sending the message. It's typically going to be Nike. So that would mean that you would have to create them as a brand and then add yourself as a reseller. This area down here is where you would see which reseller this brand is attached to. So once we see all this, we filled out this information, we can go ahead and we can submit this form. Well, you have to remember to put a vertical in here, so let's go back here. Now it's filled out, and we'll hit finish on this. And so we've successfully created that campaign. It's giving me my text per minute. It's giving me my brand here. And the next step would be adding the numbers that you want associated with that campaign to the campaign. But you would go into the campaign. This is actually where you'd also deactivate the campaign if you'd like as well. If you don't want to renew it after the 3 months, you can take off auto renew. And you can come right here, and this is where you would see a list of your available numbers in your account that you can upload and assign to the campaign. You can also upload a CSV here if you're going to have a lot of numbers that need to be assigned, which might make it easier for you. So we do have those options available as well. So that's how you go through and create a campaign after you've created the brand. So that's going to be the tutorial on how to make and create brands and campaigns in the portal. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we hope to be working with you soon. Thank you so much. Take care.